Hello, my dear friends, my lovely audience, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. When we say back, we're saying this is Friday again. It's a Friday show. My good friend Ken Hemming is back. Is a political commentator himself and a CPA for life, even though book writer. He developed himself into a book writing. And his book, Life Simple, 100 Words to Live By, is my Bible. I still keep reading every night, word by word, these days.
I do read it twice a month. I do.
Oh, by the way, did I tell you last time I have visitors from China?
Yes.
And when I introduced that book, they say, "Do you have a copy?"
Yes.
And I did have a copy on my shelves.
Yes.
And I gave them. I surrendered.
And I will bring more copies for you.
You told me you will bring me copies. You never did.
They'll be here next Friday.
All right, very good.
Absolutely.
Okay, good. My good friend Ken Hemming, welcome to the show, please.
So happy to be with you and your viewers. This is the highlight of my week all the time.
It is a day that we feel happy. It is a show that we all like it. And unfortunately, the subject we want to bring up today is very sad.
Very sad.
It is about a young man, 22 years of age, was arrested in Korea and incarcerated for some time, tortured to most extent, as how we do not know, but the result tells, returns home in coma, in deep coma. Within a week, he met his death.
Yes, he did.
Father, mother, the parents who kind of in hell, they cried a lot. And the public voices out. They want to see how U.S. want to do anything to handle it.
Right.
So, and today with my friend Ken Hemming, I want to share with the condolences to the passed away, and our thoughts are with the families, with the loved ones.
Tragic loss.
Very tragic. Very, very tragic. Ken, be a good friend. Be a realistic person.
Yes, sir.
Let's look into the incident and see what's inside. Do you know when was he arrested?
Well, it was about a year and 2 months ago, something like that, 14, 16 months ago. And what he did, number one, I think it's kind of not real smart to go visit North Korea, okay? Because they're looking
After all.
Yeah, they're looking for ways to use you for some gain, some political or gain. And what he did, because youth does things that we shouldn't do, and he just took a poster of the leader of North Korea to bring it home to show people and put it on his wall. And they caught him doing that, and so then they give him 15 years of hard labor in prison. Okay, so for actually doing something just so petty, it's terrible.
If they wanted to arrest him, they didn't need a reason at all. A post or whatever could be a reason.
Right.
And I heard the news has it that, and it was that at a time they needed one American to be prisoner. That's it. And it's kind of like a quota. Well, kind of like a quota. They needed one American for a prisoner, and they took him. This is number one. And number two, this guy was cheating. I mean, the young man, the deceased Otto Warmbier,
right,
was cheated by a travel agent or something.
Oh.
Say it's a safe place to go. It's a good environment. It's friendly people, so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, anyway, he went, right. What strike me most was the fact that shortly after the capture, after their arrest, the parents reached the White House, reached the former President Barack Obama.
Right.
You know what the answer was?
Keep a low profile.
Keep a low profile.
Don't bother me.
Do not upset them.
Right.
The exact word says keep a low profile.
Right. That's really.
And the hidden word is that do not upset them. You are a Native American. I'm a naturalized American.
Yes, sir.
So I'm concerned about the same thing might happen to you, to me, to anybody else. Could be my audiences.
It could.
It could be my colleague. Well, so do we trust our government that will provide a protection to its overseas citizens when traveling?
Well, in this case, our government let the parents and the boy down by not being proactive in trying to figure out how to get him back. Okay?
Not letting the boy and the parents down, letting the whole world
country down. And the whole world,
no,
yes.
whole world
Correct.
down.
Yeah, see what happens when Americans are in different countries and something they get in trouble in some way or another, they're supposed to run to the American embassy. And then the American embassy is supposed to help do what they can to intervene.
They're the first ones supposed to know.
They're the first ones supposed to know, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course,
by diplomatic procedure or protocols, they are the first to contact it.
And I don't believe we have an embassy in North Korea, okay, because
But
we don't have relations.
do we have any connections through some third countries?
South Korea,
South
very
Korea,
much so, yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay, now, so another word, President Obama, even before the parent reached him,
Yes, sir.
did know what happened.
They would know instantly.
I believe something of that nature, American is captured alive.
Yes, because
By in a communist country like that, it is a high profile case.
well, and also he was with a group that was leaving North Korea, and then he was not allowed to leave, and so it was instantly known that he was held back.
Yes.
So it was news. It was knowledge.
Okay. So could it be a fact that Obama may have said, keep it low profile, keep it low key, and yet under table, or secretly, he would have sent some Secret Service or whatever to look for its missing citizen?
Well, I guess that's possible, but if our government did something kind of out of sight to try to get him back, they failed terribly.
Yeah, could be.
We failed.
Could be.
If that's it.
Could be.
And I think probably they did nothing.
And I just to play a kind guy. All right, I want to be a kind guy.
You are.
And I want to think that way. I want to assume, presumably, it is that way that Obama may have said, as President of the United States, may have said, keep it low profile.
Well, and we could go back, Jack, to 1979, I think it was, or 76.
The Iran.
76, with Iran.
Yeah,
and when Jimmy Carter was president.
The Iran custody situation.
Yeah, we couldn't get them, in Iran, we couldn't get the prisoners back. And the day that Ronald Reagan became president, they released the prisoners. So, but I do think Jimmy Carter did try to get them back with all of his energy. In fact, we had a failed attempt to rescue them.
We had a
where
film.
a couple guys got killed.
Later, there was a film talking about the whole thing.
Yeah.
The whole process of that rescue, right?
Yeah.
It took tons of efforts to do so, and we did it.
We failed. We had helicopters there. They crashed, and some of our guys got killed. We tried to get the hostages out of Iran, but we.
I know, but
failed.
we did it.
We did something.
Did it. We successfully put up a team to go over there.
Right.
The attempt was made.
The attempt was made
the
with
attempt
honor
was made,
and commitment to
and
our
the
people.
U.S. image.
Right. Was
U.S.
enhanced.
image as a country.
Yeah.
As a country.
Yeah.
Is recognized by the rest of the world.
Correct.
Okay. They will not take it easy because it's a rescue of a United States citizen.
Yes, sir.
If you are a proud United States citizen, every time when you do this, bomb, you know it is a country that will protect you.
Correct.
Otherwise, you won't do it.
Right. That's right.
Am I right?
Yeah. And this last deal with Otto, the country let him and his parents down.
I sincerely wish that Obama said one thing and did the other.
Me too.
Right?
And we'll never know.
Yeah, we'll never know. Because even now they can't say, hey, we tried. They can't say it.
They haven't said it. No, they haven't said we tried. No.
They haven't said, no.
Yeah.
Even if they did it, they can't say we tried it. They just say, hey, just play foolish. That's one try, we failed. Okay, that's it.
One thing to mention is that the parents of the wonderful young man have chosen not to have a full autopsy to number one, you'd be looking at his brain to see what damage it was done to his brain because he was dysfunctional.
We better do it.
But they're not. They passed on that. The parents, they said, we know enough. He's passed away. He came home. He died. We're settled with that.
Anyway. All right, my dear audience.
I would have done an autopsy.
Yeah, I would have volunteered to do an autopsy if I was in the case.
Me too.
Because he is in coma. He would not even volunteer anyway.
No.
All right, anyway. Okay, my dear audience, today we do a very good show, yet the starting story is very sad. It is a sad story. It's a sad fact. It is over the young man passing away of young man Otto Warmbier, 22-year student.
Yes. I watched the trial over there. They had highlights, and it was so sad.
That's not a trial anyway.
It was no trial, of course.
That's garbage. Okay, let's take a short moment. When we come back, we'll continue, please. Hello, my lovely audience, my dear friends, my peace-loving audiences, my friends. Welcome back to the discussion about Otto Warmbier case, the young man, 22 years of age, who was arrested in North Korea for no reason and tortured and incarcerated for quite some time, 14 months or 16 months,
yes,
until he came in coma and got home finally with some efforts, which we'll go into, only to meet his death within as short as 1 week. With me today is my good friend, Ken Hamming, my brother kind of a friend, especially at a moment like this when talking about sad situations.
Right.
I really want to cry over the shoulder of my brother.
I did.
Right.
I
so
did. When he passed away.
It is such a bad thing to happen. We're human race, when civilized to this stage, regardless of who you are, North Korea, South Korea, East Korea, whatever.
Right.
Yeah, you're as long as you're a human race, you're not supposed to have done that.
That's right.
It's against, it is an anti-humanity crime. Right. So now,
right. That's true.
Question. He was arrested. He has been arrested for 14 or 16 months.
Yes, sir.
And President Trump has been in position for 6 months.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, in other words, half of the time was during President Trump's presidency. Do you know, or could you know, or have you heard anything about the Donald Trump government, the Donald Trump administration has done as a government?
Well, here's regarding this son. Okay, here's my thinking, and it may be totally wrong. Number one, I think North Korea would prefer that Otto did not die in North Korea, and they could get him back at least alive to America. It sort of maybe takes a teeny bit of pressure off. However, what the Trump administration has done is the leader of North Korea sees 3 major aircraft carriers in the waters offshore there. In America, because they just maybe yesterday shot off another test rocket, okay, because they want to get a rocket, intercontinental ballistic missile that can threaten America with a nuclear weapon of the 7,700-mile trip. But so the fact that America's presence is there, the fact that the Trump administration did shoot 59 rockets into Syria when appropriate, so there's fear and awareness in North Korea that America is not going to be just pushed around and do nothing. So the days of doing a red line and doing nothing. So I think those are intimidating forces.
Did United States government, the Donald Trump administration, send a request for the release of this young man? Official request.
Well, see, that I think we'll never know. However, there are 3 more Americans that are still in North Korea, Jack.
We, United States, hereby demand this man be released.
I am sure
something like that.
Efforts were done through channels to request
Second question, was this young man released with the will of North Korean itself, or under pressure, or after the demand.
Absolutely under pressure.
After demand made.
But it's also strategic because they probably knew he was going to die.
What diplomatic exchange do we know on this whole issue?
We don't know.
In other words, on day one, we sent this. On day two, they responded. On day three, we go that, and then on until we bought 3 aircrafts.
Right. Well, the aircraft carriers are there for other reasons.
Of course.
Right, of course. But we'll never know.
Are you talking the bombers?
Well, aircraft carriers.
No.
Well, they have...
You're not talking about the B bombers, right?
Well,
B bombers in Europe.
No.
Okay, now
no.
you're talking about the aircraft.
But also 2 nuclear submarines are off the coast of North Korea. Those submarines have nuclear weapons on them that could land right on Kim Il-jung's, or however you say his name, on his head. Okay.
I know. The muscle of the United States is well known by everybody, including Kim Il-sung.
Yeah, thanks.
Himself.
Yeah.
You display it one more time. You don't display it one more time.
Right.
It's still the same. It is well known by that guy, by that fat guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
So displaying
he makes me look thin.
Displaying it will not deter him.
Well, I don't know.
Will not deter him. I'm talking about diplomatic procedure to demand the guy to be released. Has Donald Trump done so?
Well, I think we've agreed on one thing before. The whole resolution of the North Korean problem and its potential nuclear ability to transport weapons, the success of that is really dependent on China. And China's doing things, and we need and we need to do more.
And China
China
agreed to help. China agreed to get involved.
Right.
And China has taken actions. For example, their coal import.
Right.
Their coal import already cut off, right?
But
and no
not
longer that much aid to Korea, right? So
and China put 150,000 troops on the border.
Yeah, that's the other side of the story.
But so far,
we're focusing on the fact that what the United States as a government has done during half of the time of the guy's incarceration.
Well, almost all of the trade of North Korea is with China. And if China just stops trading...
Forget China now for a minute, please. I'm talking about Donald Trump.
We need them.
No, come on. I keep dragging you back to where we are.
Yeah.
Of course we'd like to talk about China, and then that's next issue.
Sure, okay.
We're talking about right now. My question could be, I'm asking the same question to President Obama. It might be with Donald Trump. Obama may have said we do nothing and then did something, right? And Trump may have done something and yet failed, and he did not even want to mention it. And it is strategically not to mention it. Better to not mention it.
Well,
could that be the case?
Well, if Trump did something, he didn't fail. The boy came home before he died.
He would have
so
said,
that is a success.
He would have said something.
Yeah. No, Trump doesn't. He's not there to beat his own drum and try to be egotistically proud.
If Trump has done something, as a result, the boy was released.
Yeah.
According to how much we know about Trump would have said something.
Well, it also. I'm not sure. I mean, he's
unless
not.
it is the case that Trump tried yet failed.
Well, he didn't fail.
No. Let's see one by one.
Yeah.
Choice number one, the best perspective, the best guess, right, could be that Trump tried something, and as a result, the boy was released.
Yeah.
In which case, judging the character that we know about Trump, he would have said something. Okay, choice number one. Perspective, choice number one.
Yeah.
Choice number one, Trump has tried something, yet failed. And it so happened at the time when the boy was released upon the Korean's own will, as a result, not a result of anything. And then, as much as we know about Trump, Trump wouldn't say anything about it. Yeah, I tried, I failed, like that.
He hasn't
And
failed.
number three, Trump has done nothing like Obama did, right? Like nothing. And then it is Korea decided when the Jews of that guy suck it out already,
He's gonna die.
and he's in coma, okay, throw him back home, let him die.
Now the difference is, I don't believe President Trump will
Of,
do
of
nothing.
the three, where do you tilt?
Well, and don't forget, President Trump did meet in person with Mr. Xi, and so I'm sure that might have been on the
Again,
conversation
China, again,
also.
China.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about in the
Here.
conversation,
Yeah.
they might mention that.
Oh yeah,
About that young man.
that's very possible because
very
it's our
possible.
people there.
Could be the case, right? So, in other word, you would rather tilt to number two, not number one. We confirm, right?
Well,
Right.
I think number two included the word failure. There's no failure here except the guy was
failure.
killed by
I'm
by
saying
North
failed.
Korea.
The failed with an effort might not be a failure. That's a
Okay.
total different definition.
Yeah, and there's no reason for our government to tell us what behind the scenes actions are taken in trying to retrieve Americans that are captured and held overseas.
All right. Okay.
And there are 3 more Americans there, but from looking at their picture, they're all American citizens. They're Asian gentlemen, 3 men. And so I'm sure something's going on right now. In fact, everybody's sort of expecting and hoping they'll be released, but I don't know what's going to happen.
Now you mentioned China, you mentioned President Xi Jinping and the Donald Trump meeting.
Yes, sir.
And they might have discussed about it, and Mr. Xi Jinping might say, yes, let's try.
Yeah.
And I may try myself.
And he
right?
may have been influential in it.
Could
You
be.
know, it's possible.
Could be.
We'll never know, though.
But there are some Chinese guys there too, right?
I don't know.
Asian guys or
No,
Asian guys?
those are American citizens. North Korea is holding 3 other American citizens, but
I
they're
saw
all
pictures
Asian
of other
fellows.
Asian faces.
Well, there's
they are
3
not
American
Chinese,
citizens.
right?
I'm not sure. I think they were there teaching. You know, why says somebody go to North Korea to teach at the university? I think you're insane. Okay, I mean, I think you're just nuts.
God.
But
My
so
God.
and then if you say one little word not supportive of North Korea's government, then some kid in the class goes and tells and reports you, and then you're in jail. Because all of the people in North Korea are just people, just like we are, okay? But from the moment they're born, they're brainwashed, so they only see, they don't even know what's going on in
Yeah,
America.
you're
They
right,
don't,
you're right.
they don't know what the world's
You're
like.
right, you're right.
They just have that one thing, and you're brainwashed from day one. That's the way it is. So they're all willing
right,
to do
you're right.
everything and die for.
It is very logic. It is very
Yeah.
logic. Let's take a short break. When we come back, I'll tell you what the logic is. All right.
Thank you.
And I believe I have a very profound logic.
I'm sure you do. That's why I'm here.
My dear friends, today with me is my good friend Ken Hamming, a wonderful philosopher I rely upon, who even though I argue a lot with, I love a lot. So stay with us, and we will be right back. Hello, my lovely friends, my dear audience, it's a peace-loving audience. Welcome back to this discussion about U.S.-Korea, U.S.-North Korea relations. Could that be a point of doing something? I mean, the death of the young man, 22-year-old Otto Warmbier.
Right. Handsome young man.
Handsome young man, tall,
right.
slim, proportionate,
Handsome
and,
fellow.
What a pen! All right, good. Okay, now I do agree with you 100% or 110% that people in North Korea, they know nothing about freedom.
Yeah.
They know nothing about liberty. They know nothing about sunshine.
They don't. They
Exactly.
really don't.
Okay, now I said I have a profound logic for you. Here's the logic. If you are taking my eyesight from me,
Yes, sir.
and I will no longer see sunshine from that moment on, I will fight till death to protect my eyesight.
And
Am I right?
that's correct.
Right. I know how precious they are to me.
Profoundly true.
Yeah. All right. Now, if you are telling somebody who were born blind, never saw sunshine, say, hey, medically we need your 2 eyeballs.
Right. Right.
We give you, say, $2 million.
Yeah.
Or $20, for
Right.
example.
Right.
I don't care who cares,
Yeah.
right?
Because you're already blind.
You're already blind. You never know how handsome Ken Hemming is.
Right. Right.
How Jack Chow look like,
Right.
right? You never know.
Yeah.
You never know. So to cheat them, right? The word cheating doesn't work.
Right.
The word cheating
Yeah.
is its truth.
Yes. Is its own truth.
Is their own truth.
Yeah.
So now we're talking about communication with different language.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Yeah, it is a hard
That's a big
job.
deal.
It is a hard job.
Very hard.
They don't have the basics. They don't have the sunshine in their mind. They never know what it is.
They
right?
don't know what they're missing.
They don't know what it is.
They don't know what life it can be.
Oh, yes, of course. They do never know what they have missed, missing.
Never know from
Right?
birth to death.
And then they're not afraid of death.
Yeah.
And they well, what can you do? What can you do?
Right.
So if you want to communicate with them, you will communicate with them in different languages. So there is never a communication. So you just mentioned China. What China would do to further influence North Korea to go back a little bit?
Well, the power that China has is 100% power, and it's all economic. Because they really, North Korea doesn't export a lot of things to other countries and have a good trade balance. And almost all, that's 60–80% of any economic activity they have is with China. So China could just cut it off. Now, it doesn't sound nice, it doesn't sound humanitarian, okay? But it would force a change of some compliance. And I'm happy to let the North Korea be as it is governmentally. Just don't mess with nuclear threats. Just say, okay, our program's done. We're just going to hold our own country, our 22 million people, live as we choose to live, and but we're not going to try to influence the world.
The real headache is if it is traditional weapons, right?
Right.
Suppose you have a base of 1 million cannons,
right? Yeah.
or 2 million tanks,
and they have a lot of artillery, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
They are the traditional artilleries,
right?
Right. We send some big ones,
right?
And we can destroy them,
right? That's right.
In a second.
But nuclear is different.
Nuclear is different.
Right.
You can't blow it up.
They have bombs.
When you blow it up, you literally set the bomb yourself.
Yeah.
Right. You're the one pushing the button now.
And then
and also radiation and the contamination.
Oh yeah, incredible.
Incredible.
Well, in Seoul, Korea, with 20 million people, is only like 25 miles from the border. I mean, it's not far from the border of North Korea, and there are thousands of artillery pieces, we're told, pointing towards Seoul.
Attacking them or bomb them is easy. To the United States, is easy like this.
We could eliminate the country from the face of the earth in a
We
week.
can, of course,
but
we can just plow.
Yeah,
let's use the word
plow them under.
We can plow under the whole thing.
We could.
And turn the whole peninsula
into dirt,
into sea.
Yeah,
no problem.
Right.
But
the
moment you do
damage,
the moment you do it, the bomb explodes.
Right.
Right. The bomb in the boat, and it is you who set the bomb.
Yeah, and we must not forget Japan right there also. So Japan's very much
and China.
Yeah.
If you do so,
and China too.
If the bomb explodes,
yeah.
Japan and China, at least the northeast China,
right,
and the whole part of Japan, and part of Russia to the north.
Many people at risk.
Many people at risk.
Many people at risk.
Okay, number one, either by Kim Il-sung, his retaliation.
Yeah.
Number two, by U.S. retaliation. Number three, China, if China wants to do something.
Yeah, economic.
Except economically.
Right, right.
Militarily, nothing could be done.
Right. Well, it can be done, but there will be hundreds of thousands or more dead.
The consequences.
The consequences.
The consequences.
However, and it's just the same with Iran. If Iran gets their nuclear, whatever, we have to stop them, and probably the only way we will is with Saudi Arabia and all those other countries.
And you check Hiroshima, right?
Yes, sir.
That was 1945.
Yes, sir.
Right? 1945.
August.
No, May.
August.
May or August?
August 4th and August 7th or 8th.
Okay, and anyway, so 1945 till now, the Japanese women are still giving birth to rare babies.
Yeah, that I don't know, but right.
All right. The radiation, it is radiation. It is contamination.
But they've had so much other radiation problems too.
I know that.
Right,
I know that. Okay.
Yeah.
And for them, for the consequences, nobody would be responsible for it. Right? So, conclusion is that to North Korea, military efforts doesn't work.
However,
do you think so?
Well, it will be necessary for military efforts to occur before North Korea gets the ability to send a missile and nuclear to Portland, Oregon, or San Francisco, or to areas in America. If we let them have that power, then we're fools. We can't let them happen.
Or there's another effort. Let's do one-on-one assassination.
Our Navy SEALs could get in and take him out.
One-on-one.
There's no question. Then we don't know what the other military people.
Kim and his followers, everybody, one-on-one.
Well,
go.
As you know, drones are also effective. So, how we get the drone there, I don't know. Yeah.
It is like what, like a please stand off situation, right? Yeah. If you give them a spare second, they will push the button.
And as a matter of fact, this may sound silly, but there was a new record just set, Jack, very, very recently, within the last week, of a sniper kill of over 2 miles, and a sniper kill on an ISIS leader. So we could certainly get people, snipers, into North Korea.
No problem. Yes.
And take them out. We could.
All right. In other words,
now the snipers would be in trouble.
Economical sanction could work
the best.
One way or the other,
right?
But not a great deal, right? We just named the number of the leaders, including Kim himself.
Yes.
Right, and then let's do it on one-on-one base.
Right.
With sniper, or whatever, or assassination basis, and then quick action.
Yep.
One move. That could be it. And then we tell the people, so no longer you're no longer here with the government.
Right.
Right. We have overthrown it.
I don't think North Korea would then just automatically try to go to war if he was taken out. And the thing is, he doesn't really probably want to die. He knows he will.
He knows he will. Yes.
He knows he will. So why does he keep doing it?
He's ready to die. Otherwise, he will not be playing that extreme.
Right. He may be ready. Right. He may be willing.
Do you know how he executed his own uncle?
Oh, different ways that are so horrible they can't be put into words.
No, you know that, right?
Tell your viewers.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Oh, that's terrible.
Terrible and horrible.
It's horrible.
Even is hardly imaginable.
It is. It's unimaginable. It is.
Oh my God. So today, my dear friends, with my good brother Ken Hemming, I'm trying to see how would the U.S. and North Korea would get along in the future by either North Korea just subdue from what they do,
right?
Or
like that,
or we want to get it taken care of once for all.
It's the best answer for them to just say, let us live the way we want to live, and we'll leave you alone.
And stop your nuclear efforts,
right?
And live the way whatever you want to live.
Maybe we'll even help them with food then.
Yeah, sure, and do whatever.
Because they're starving.
And you stop it, we'll give you this, we'll give you that.
22 million people in North Korea, 1.4 million in the military. Holy cow. We've got 300 million, with
In other words,
1.3 million in the military.
Okay, now we give you a pacifier. You stop crying. That's it.
Right.
All right?
Yeah.
No more poo-poo. That's it.
Right. Pacifier. Right. I like that.
All right? Like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right. All right, my dear audience, it looks like Ken and I are savers of the world.
We're trying.
We're not playing God. We're just trying to let people do their own business, care of their own life. Come on, we care about ourselves. We care about the world. Stay with us, please.
We do.
Hello, my dear friends, my lovely audiences. Welcome back to the show. Jack Chow with my good friend Ken Hemming, a political commentator, book writer, a CPA, a philosopher, everything. And also he's a member of PCC Foundation.
I am.
All right. And a proud Rotarian.
Forever.
Okay,
for life.
very good. And except he and I, we argue a lot. And he's a Republican. I'm no partisan. So that's why we argue. We argue for the purpose of making point clear. That's it. We are not looking at each other as enemies.
Not at all.
No, we're not.
We are.
Right.
We are one.
Very good.
We are one.
Okay, now, after talking about the North Korea problem, starting with the passing away with the young boy, 22 years old. May God bless his soul.
God bless his soul.
Our condolences to the young passed one and to the family. Thoughts are with them. We want to jump to another issue about our veterans.
Good news for today.
Right. You want to talk about that, please?
This morning I had the honor of watching on television President Trump hosting many people from Congress, and also a particular sergeant who had lost both legs and had over 100 operations, in the difficulties he had getting anything done with the Veterans Administration. So President Trump today signed the Veterans Whistleblower Protection and Accountability Act for our veterans, where now there will be many. It will be able to fire people that have been very ineffective at the Veterans Administration before. People were not being fired, they were not accountable, and this one veteran today, the sergeant, Ricardo, had to wait 57 days just to get one of his limbs fixed, some more screws put in the right spots. 57 days of dysfunction, and also 3.5 years to have certain things done to his house so he can get in and out of his house in a safe way. So this was a glorious day, and the most glorious thing about it all was that, and it was always on Trump's campaign list, that he was going to shake up the VA. Only out of 435 Congress people, only 55 voted against it. I don't know why one would, but it was very overwhelmingly bipartisan success, and that brings me happiness.
What is the Whistleblowing Act?
Well, when somebody works in the VA and they see things being done that are, people have been in line to get treated and have died because they don't get around to you. And so when somebody sees something really deficient and dangerous going on, then you tell some other people. In the past here, they've been fired or demeaned or harassed or whatever. Now they will be protected. And so, so it allows people the freedom without intimidation and harassment or being fired to speak the truth when they see it. And then if somebody speaks what they think is the truth and it's false and it's investigated, no, it's okay. So that's good.
Thank you for that explanation. Yes,
and there's 162 veterans hospitals in the country. That's a lot. And and all of the records have been moved now. The medical records of our wounded warriors have been moved into the Veteran Administration computer system, and so everything's more readily available. And so it was real joyous. And President Trump gave a real nice talk today, and the wounded warrior that was there with two, fake prosthetic legs, gave a very, very lovely, moving talk about the freedom that our warriors now will have to have better care, and they can also go to other places besides veteran hospitals for care if there's too long of a wait. And there will be public notices all the time of how many days waiting at each of the veteran facilities is necessary to get to see the doctor that you need to see.
That's exactly the head of nail that we need to put a hammer on.
Yes, it's
I
time.
recall about 10 years ago, I was a reporter on the field, and I was talking to a veteran of Iraq, a young man.
Yes, sir.
He described the war, but he was debilitated.
Yeah, he was hurt.
And when he talked about the Veteran Affairs Service, he used all bad language. I tell you the truth, right?
And it was painful to hear, wasn't it?
It was painful when he was crying. He was using all kind of bad words to describe them, right? And it takes forever even to get the name registered for a program.
I believe that's true.
For a program, one
that
program.
Was true, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
To get the name on paper, it takes so many days. And then once you are in the program on paper, and the waiting period is extremely long.
Right.
And then on the other hand, when you check with the doctors, with the nurses, what the faculties, what they are doing, they are from moving around, they are chatting, they are relaxing.
They're just bureaucrats.
They are just
they are not serving the needs of our veterans.
Time in with a card, time out with a card, and then they are nowhere.
Yeah. Now, here's a real beautiful thing about what happened today, too. You know, well, what's not beautiful is something like 20 veterans a day commit suicide. It's a very serious issue because they're depressed.
Of course.
Okay? And now President Trump and our veterans.
I would recommend we go one step further. Right? You're a veteran. You're wounded.
Yes.
You do not have to stay in line in your own hospital.
Well,
go anywhere.
Right. No, they're doing that. Yeah.
See
that is
Dr.
coming.
Smith.
Right.
See Dr. White.
They are
see
doing
Dr.
that.
Brown. See Dr. Black.
And
Whoever.
and the other thing President Trump
and
said
then
today.
Send the government the bill. That's it.
Yeah. If you have a mental need, a psychiatric need, it is same-day service. If you go into a veterans hospital, say I have emotional, mental deficiencies, problems, I need help, they will help you that day. You don't
and
make
how about
an
the
appointment.
other problems?
Well,
right?
that's a big one. Okay, the emotional.
You can subcontract, all right?
Sure.
It is a smart man job to subcontract it.
Right.
Okay. You can subcontract it to Dr. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way.
Right.
And the veteran can go any. And then government sit there, check the bills.
Because we have a volunteer army. Our military service are volunteers, and for these fellows and ladies that volunteer. Holy cow, that's why we're safe. If we had no military, we'd be flooded with enemies coming over and killing us, okay?
Those guys have volunteered to put their life in line.
Right. And then they've been denied the honor they deserve.
In Iraq, there are 42,020-something young men, women died. Right?
I don't think,
in Afghanistan, there's 16,000-something. I don't know exactly the number.
Right.
Altogether, we have almost 6,000 young men and women died.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot, and they're our best. They're young people in good physical shape.
Those survivors coming home with one leg amputated.
Right. At least now they're coming home and being respected at airports.
We want to comfort them.
Vietnam, they were coming home and being spit on.
We want to comfort them.
Right.
We want to tell them, come home, baby. You're home. You're safe.
And you're back in our arms, and we will cuddle you.
We're taking care of you.
Right. They're doing it now. So
instead of them knocking on doors, waiting in line,
being homeless,
day after day, month after month.
Right. And this goes back several administrations that failed to straighten out the VA.
If I were them, I will commit suicide myself.
Well, a lot of them have, and that's a tragedy, because they're still young guys, okay?
Yeah, of course.
So anyway, this is a glorious day, okay? In the real beauty of it, it was so bipartisan. So bipartisanship is possible. All we've got to do is find something that everybody
course.
believes is.
Yeah.
I mean,
The common cause.
yeah.
Common cause.
Now-
I don't know why the 50-something refused to sign.
I don't know why.
50-something
well, I don't
members.
know why the
Do
entire.
we know who didn't sign?
Well, we could look it up in 5 minutes. Yeah, we could, because
Yeah,
it's all
probably
public information.
Probably we need to find out.
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor? Do that homework.
Sure, yeah, be happy to. And
We'll
the other
have
thing,
we will have those names read
yeah,
and those names published because it's a public record anyway.
right,
Right.
yeah.
So in the election,
It's
we're
a
talking
public
about.
record, absolutely, yeah.
Of course, yeah.
So-
in the election, we're always talking about voting record.
Yeah.
If you do not vote a yes on this kind of bill,
What's
what
wrong
else?
with you?
What else you want to do?
What's wrong with you? Yeah,
The
I don't know.
Third bathroom?
Same thing with the Kate Steinle deal that that was murdered by an illegal person that had been deported 7 times, got back into the country and shot her.
that guy.
And
The
people
7-time guy, yeah.
and people wouldn't vote for that. I don't know why. I mean,
No, forget that part.
yeah.
For that, there might be some legit argument that we don't know. That you and I we don't
I
know.
would say it's illegit, but that's okay.
Okay. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, for this one, stick to this one.
Pure is
This
motherhood.
is so you're
motherhood.
right. This is so humane.
Right, right.
This is so humane.
Yeah.
As long as you breathe like I do, as long as you use the same language as I do,
Right.
you got to be on my same shoes.
You're right. Precisely.
Right.
Yeah.
And
So it was a great day for America.
a great day
And
of
then if you
America.
want a little humor,
if
can
you
I-
would have, if you had no money, we would rather shift the money from elsewhere to do it.
No, and we're doing that. We are. So
Okay.
I'm real excited. And Shulkin, who's the veteran cabinet member, is very well praised, and he's a physician also. So in Trump Day, it was real funny because Trump said that our cabinet member, is doing this with his mind, his talent, and his heart. And everybody really clapped for that. And he said, and you better do a good job, David, or you won't be here. And everybody's cracking up. Do you understand, David?
Yeah,
You better do a real good job.
Very good.
It was good.
Very good. That's very good.
It was
That's
good.
very good. Yeah.
It was
yeah.
good to hear laughter, It
That's
was.
very good. And then I will fire
It's a
you.
nice day.
Something like that.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Very
Yeah.
good.
It was good.
Well, we really hope out of Donald Trump we start seeing many of these good events.
Right. This was a beautiful,
And
positive
this is what we
event.
hope. I do not agree with Trump myself, but by Constitution, I have to salute the President of the United States.
Well, I believe
Right.
you. I think-
Especially when he has taken actions like this positive, which was the subject, exact subject that I worked on
Yeah.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
I
good.
wrote several articles about veteran cares.
Yeah.
I wrote so many articles on our magazine,
Yeah.
the News Weekly
Good.
magazine. I'm the one.
May I beg you to write a story on this?
Yeah, sure.
Or if you want me to write it, I'll send it to you, and then you can
Very
make
good,
it better.
Very good. So
Whatever you want.
now dream come true.
Yes.
It is a moment to cry.
Yeah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. All right, my dear audiences, finally we see something good, very
Yeah.
good, and I get the good news
Simpatico with our
get
needs.
me cheered up. With my good friend Ken Hemming, we're having some sad time. We're
Yes.
having some good time. There
Yes.
is always sad time
There's
and
hope.
good time, so there is always hope. Until end of the day, we see hope.
Yes.
And tomorrow, sun will rise. The same thing.
The sun
all
will
right?
rise.
All right. We'll continue breathing. All right. Dear audience, thank you for watching, and to my lovely audiences, we really want to keep it up with you, the good work. And if you like anything, any subject, specific area, whatever, you write to me. Let me know. Just send it to jack@edimediainc.com, and I'll get back to you.
Thank you,
Ken, thank you very much.
You and your family of viewers.
Very good.
Love you.
Okay,
Thank you.
good.